Now on CoastTV News.
We tied a record high Monday with highs in the mid-80s, but cooler weather is on the way with some showers in the forecast, not a washout. I'll track it on Futurecast coming up next.
Victim discovery, the latest from the Key Bridge collapse site in Baltimore, including the potential of a criminal investigation.
Dangerous driving situation in Georgetown. We have more information about the car that landed on top of a fire hydrant in a wild scene over the weekend.
McGinnis makes move. The former Delaware state auditor convicted of a misdemeanor attempts to make a return to politics.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning. I'm Paige Marley. It's Tuesday, April 16th, 2024.
You know, Paige off to the side there. She's got her normal cup of coffee. You've heard of secondhand smoke. I might be getting some secondhand caffeine. Strong stuff over there. Not that I'm complaining.
Yeah,
it's just noticing.
Your co-anchor could smell worse than coffee. You know what I mean? Right?
Well, I wasn't saying you smelled. It was your cup of coffee.
I know. I'm just messing with you. I know. I had to, just kidding.
Get a nasty email from your mom or something.
No. I always have coffee with me, so it's my normal scent for sure. But I think it's funny. You always say it smells really strong. I must just be immune to it because, I drink it black, so I'm just used to.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It's not. You don't have the cream, the sugar.
Something like that. Yeah, unless it's pumpkin spice, but that's for another season.
Yes,
that's a debate for another time.
Yeah, you can talk to Bob. You guys are buddies on that one.
Bob and I we called ourselves coffee baes because we would go get coffee at the same time. But now he goes without me to the front to get his coffee. What's up with that, Bob?
So sad. I know. Those were wonderful times, Paige. We could go get coffee and have our moment, but now it's back to reality, and you're getting your coffee and I'm getting mine. But it's good to have your coffee on a morning like this. It's a little cooler out there. We're looking at temperatures into the mid to upper 50s inland, so we continue to drop. We were in the 60s a couple hours ago, and we're in the low to mid 50s along the coast right now, and the winds have backed off. When that front came through a couple hours ago, kicked up the dust, but still a northeast wind, pretty light, but at times it's gusting a little higher, but they're definitely starting to back off for sure, as we do have a cold front pressing to the south. I lost my fronts on my graphics, but we have a cold front to the south, and we have cooler and drier air filtering in from the north. We have high pressure to the north, so we're looking at a beautiful day on the way, and we're starting out in the 50s this morning, low 60s by 9. By noon, we're into the mid 60s and much cooler today. No mid 80s. We're looking at low to maybe mid 70s farther inland and cooler along the coast, so make sure you be careful in the sun. Our UV index brought to us by Ocean City. It's high. It's a 7 today. Burn time is 20 minutes, so you really want to be careful as we're in the high range today and then again on Saturday. But then we're in the medium range Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So today and Saturday, be extra vigilant and that higher SPF.
All right, thank you, Bob. New this morning, there is an update regarding one of the victims in the Key Bridge collapse. Authorities say that the body of a fourth victim was discovered trapped inside of a construction vehicle. It was earlier this month the body of a third victim who was also worked on the bridge was recovered. 2 other victims were recovered from a vehicle in the water the day after the collapse. They are among 6 construction workers killed when the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed last month.
And the FBI has opened a criminal investigation into the ship that hit the Key Bridge in Baltimore that caused it to collapse. We're going to show you again that tragic moment. We all remember it right there on your screen. According to U.S. officials, the agencies are looking into whether the crew of the Dolly failed to report an earlier issue that actually delayed its departure. Investigators are reportedly collecting data and reviewing events from on board the Dolly, the moments before and after the crash and the collapse.
Happening tonight in Milton, the plan to build a McDonald's could take another step forward. You can see the proposed location for it on your screen right now. And the proposed spot for the new fast food restaurant would be at 102 Broadkill Road. The company representing McDonald's, Bowler Engineering, will attempt to get the plans approved by the town's Planning and Zoning Commission.
It's been a lengthy process in the effort to bring a Big Mac to Milton. In 2022, McDonald's announced it was looking at Milton to build a new restaurant. Then in early 2023, the town's Planning and Zoning Commission did not approve the site plans. They asked the company to address some concerns that were expressed by people living in Milton. And then approval would happen 3 months later. That led to a review by several agencies, including DelDOT, who signed off on Milton just last month. Bowler Engineering is armed with the approvals of several entities in this effort to move this forward.
We're learning more about why this car drove into the Georgetown Circle over the weekend. The Georgetown Police Department says speed was a factor. The gray Lincoln was driving on West Market Street around 12:30 Sunday morning, and police say the driver, 50-year-old Daniel Tansky of Millsboro, didn't slow down, didn't try to stop, continued straight into the circle, striking a curb, going airborne, and hitting a street sign, landing on top of that fire hydrant. Tansky was taken to the hospital for injuries before being charged with reckless driving, malicious mischief by a motor vehicle, and unreasonable speed. According to the police department, the cost for repairs to the town property is now being evaluated.
Also in Georgetown, the police department says a crash at the circle prompted increased enforcement. A driver was arrested for a DUI yesterday morning. The agency says it was just after midnight. 47-year-old Roel Romero Chavez was leaving the circle, heading west on West Market Street without headlights on. The officer who pulled him over says there was an open beer can in the cup holder and more beer cans on the floor. According to police, he was also driving without a valid license or proof of insurance.
There's an update to a story that we've been covering. It's about playing recorded music outside of businesses in downtown Lewis. Those supporting it say it will add to the ambiance of the area. That proposal has now gotten the green light from City Council. So let me break this down for you. Music would only be played between 11:30 in the morning and 9:30 at night. There are also volume regulations. We went to the first town in the first state to get an understanding of how people there feel about this. What we heard was mixed opinions.
Some little background music. We're not talking loud. We're talking less than a hairdryer. So you can easily talk over it.
Certainly nobody that lives around 2nd Street wants it. And I worry that the people that live over top of some of these restaurants having to listen to somebody else's playlist all day long.
And now this ordinance is on a 3-year trial period, so it would sunset in 2027. But if City Council chooses, it could vote to extend it once the trial comes to an end.
Lewis business owners who want to play pre-recorded music outside need to follow these restrictions under this ordinance. The speakers cannot be larger than 10 inches. They must face directly into the establishment. Businesses must have approval from property owners if the business is leased, and that permit is non-transferable.
Days after forming a campaign committee, former Delaware State Auditor Kathy McGinnis has filed to run for the state house seat of her home area. That's District 14.
Yeah, that includes Rehoboth Beach, Lewis, and Dewey Beach.
Current holder of the seat is Representative Pete Schwarzkopf. He announced his retirement last July. McGinnis is part of a 3-way Democrat primary that includes Common Cause Director Claire Snyder Hall and Human Rights Commissioner Marty Rendon.
There are currently no Republican candidates for this seat. McGinnis was convicted of 2 misdemeanors in 2022 related to the employment of her daughter, but was acquitted for more serious felony charges. The Delaware Supreme Court recently upheld one conviction while reversing another, and prosecutors have decided not to retry her. McGinnis has been working as a pharmacist after her legal troubles. Well, the Delaware Voting Rights Coalition, it's a branch of the ACLU, getting involved in some upcoming school board elections. According to the coalition, a comprehensive voter guide is now available in both English and Spanish to help tackle historically low voter turnout. It's important to note the guide includes voting logistics like where there are elections, who's eligible to vote. There's no political information such as listing candidates or issues. Delaware school board elections are coming up on May 14th.
Vacationers could have a higher hotel bill when they come to the Maryland coast this summer. A bill passed by the General Assembly in Annapolis would give Eastern Shore counties the authority to raise hotel tax from 5 to 6%. It still needs to be signed by Governor Wes Moore before that hotel tax increase can take effect on July 1st this year.
While we're talking taxes, the White House is participating in the long-standing tradition of presidents publicly releasing their tax returns. So, together, the president and the first lady earned just under $620,000. That came mostly from the president's $400,000 salary and pensions from previous jobs. The first lady earning $86,000 from her position as a teacher at Northern Virginia Community College. The Bidens paid more than $146,000 in income tax, which equates to a tax rate of 23.7%.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what will you do with your tax refund? So let's take a look at the updated results.
68% of you say, what refund? Sorry, you owe money. 12% of you are going to save it. That's probably the smartest thing to do. Or, second smartest, maybe first, pay your debt. Pick one of those. I think those are both good options. 5% of you, maybe you have no debt. Maybe you don't need to save. You're going on vacation. Or maybe you're just going to go on vacation anyways. We're not judging. Whatever you do, whatever you want to vote for, go to CoastTV.com or our mobile app.
University of Iowa superstar Caitlin Clark is the overall #1 pick in this year's WNBA draft. The Indiana Fever selected Clark during Monday night's draft at the Brooklyn Academy of Music in New York City. She is college basketball's all-time leading scorer and a two-time National Player of the Year. And Clark get a chance to see her in her first preseason game next month. The Fever on May 3rd will play against the Dallas Wings. Israel vowing to strike back after Iran attacked the country with hundreds of drones and missiles. An Israeli official telling NBC News a response could be imminent.
Yeah, NBC's Bree Jackson shows us how the U.S. now responding to the possibility of a widening war in that area.
As the world awaits Israel's response to Iran's attack, President Biden urged restraint from Israel and reaffirmed his administration's commitment to the country in its war with Hamas.
We're committed to a ceasefire that will bring the hostages home and preventing conflict from spreading beyond what it already has.
The White House is seeking to prevent a wider war in the Middle East and is working on new sanctions targeting Iran for its attack on one of our closest allies.
We will be working to further isolate Iran internationally and increase economic and other forms of pressure.
Iran's retaliatory strike against Israel has increased pressure for Congress to pass a foreign aid package.
The House must rush to Israel's aid as quickly as humanly possible.
Some Republicans won't back the bipartisan Senate bill.
I am firmly against the plan as it stands right now.
If there's no border security in it, I will not support it.
House Speaker Mike Johnson unveiled plans to bring 4 separate national security bills to the House floor instead. They include standalone aid for Ukraine, Taiwan, and Israel.
We know that the world is watching us to see how we react.
A sense of urgency for Congress to act amid an uncertain future in the Middle East. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Well, we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Coming up, Paige, you know the rhyme about April showers. We're going to show you a different kind of shower set to cross the sky this week.
And springing into sprouts, we're telling you how you can celebrate National Native Plant Month here on Delmarva.
Tesla slows down its workforce. We're going to tell you what CEO Elon Musk says sparked the layoffs. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
On Wednesday, May 15th, vote for your favorite chef at the 10th anniversary celebration Top Chef of the Culinary Coast event to benefit Meals on Wheels Lewis Rehoboth. The fun begins at 6 p.m. at Ivy and Dewey Beach, when you'll enjoy live music and feast on the area's best culinary creations and local spirits. Get your tickets online at mealsonwheelslr.org or call Meals on Wheels at 302-645-7449.
For a great shopping experience, Furniture Gallery is the place to pick up one-of-a-kind signature finds to complete your home decor. Come explore our selection of handcrafted furniture and get all the supplies you need for your own DIY projects. And through the doors is Shore Marketplace, where you'll find the most unique local shops at the beach. With over 40 local artisans, Shore Marketplace is truly a local connection you cannot afford to miss. And next door you'll find Scrub Apparel outlets. All this under one roof with easy access off Coastal Highway North.
Weeds are the enemy of a healthy and thriving lawn. At AC Plant and Turf, we utilize pre- and post-emergent herbicides to control the spread of broadleaf weeds. Pre-emergent herbicides are essential to stop weeds before they appear in your healthy lawn. Post-emergent herbicides control broadleaf weeds and crabgrass once the pre-emergent breaks down. Our program is designed and properly timed to prevent and treat weeds before they become a problem in your lawn. Schedule a turf consultation today to get started.
It's always a good time to protect and improve your home's value. At Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, our highly trained experts are dedicated to creating beautiful, durable floors at a fair, honest price. And most jobs are completed in just one day. Our multi-step process uses heavy-duty, high-precision equipment to create gorgeous floors that stand the test of time. 4 times stronger than epoxy and resistant to abrasions, chemicals, and UV damage. And all residential applications are backed by a lifetime warranty. Call to schedule your free estimate. Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
6:14 on this brightening Tuesday morning. Bay Health Cam and Dover. Yes, sun's up in about 10 minutes. Looking good there. We're drying out, and any clouds we saw earlier continue to push to the south along a cold front. And behind this front, it's much drier. So we're looking at a lot of sunshine today. Temperatures continue to fall, however. We're into the 50s for everybody, even some lower 50s along the coast, and feeling a little cooler with a northeast breeze that was much stronger earlier, but it's starting to back off a little bit. For the kiddos at the bus stop. Make sure they have a windbreaker. 56 off to school, dry and cooler, and heading home probably can carry that windbreaker. Looking at mostly sunny skies and 70 degrees.
Going to move to South Bethany for this next story. There is a parking permit cap in effect. The town council voted unanimously to reduce the number of parking permits for property owner from 4 to 2. Paid parking in South Bethany, it starts on May 15th. As work on the Route 1 and 16 overpass continues in the Milton area, there are some upcoming lane closures, so make note of these. DelDOT says Route 1 will have lane closures from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. That's now through Thursday. There's also 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. from Friday through Saturday. Route 16, they'll have daytime and nighttime closures. That'll be weekdays and weekends, and those times can be found on our website, CoastTVNews.com. Lane closures are going to be scheduled through the end of September.
Apple saw a 10% drop in iPhone sales last quarter, due in large part to the slumping sales in China. As the largest market behind the U.S., China is important to Apple. The company offers discounts there to help boost sales, but hasn't been enough to counter the various factors driving down Chinese sales in the recent months. Layoffs are on the way to Tesla. According to reporting by the Washington Post, the company will slash 10% of its workforce. Tesla CEO Elon Musk notified employees Monday, citing a need to reduce costs and increase productivity. Tesla reported a sharp drop in vehicle deliveries in the first quarter, and its stock has lost a third of its value just this year. Still ahead this morning, we're springing into sprouts. We're telling you what kind of native plants you can find at the Inland Bays Garden Center and their important role to our ecosystem.
It is getting so colorful out there now that spring has sprung, and looking at beautiful conditions along the beach. Sun's coming up. We're hoping 57 right now. Mid-80s yesterday, but cooling down with sunshine today. There are showers in the forecast, not as widespread as originally thought, but getting a little wet in the future. I'll track it on Futurecast in 2 minutes.
Boats, RVs, pools and spas, tractors and golf carts, plus craft vendors, food trucks, and much more. Join the adventure and fun at the DSN Outdoors Expo at the Delaware State Fairgrounds in Harrington on Friday, April 19th from 4 to 8 and Saturday, April 20th from 10 to 4. Come see the ultimate outdoor experience, plus live wrestling matches and classic cars. It's free for the whole family. See you, Delmarva, at the DSN Outdoors Expo.
Visit Tyndall's Casual Furniture, where comfort meets style and quality meets affordability. And affordability doesn't mean you have to compromise on quality. We are Delmarva's exclusive dealer for Pollywood, the name you know and trust. Pollywood dining sets start at only $9.95, fully assembled and backed by a 20-year warranty. We're also proud to carry made-in-the-USA brands like Casual Comfort and Telescope Casual. Plus, we have a wide selection of wicker by Northcape, all made with aluminum frames. So shop today with the local experts at Tyndall's Casual Furniture in Laurel and Lewis.
Whatever your struggle, there's hope. Call Homes for Hope to schedule your same-day appointment.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here.
Are you dreaming of the perfect outdoor space where you can relax and entertain? Look no further than Delmarva's most trusted partner, Spicer Brothers. We pride ourselves on superior craftsmanship and only use the finest materials to create beautiful, durable decks. From classic wooden decks to low-maintenance PVC materials, we have the perfect solution for you. And right now, get a free Green Mountain Grill with your new deck. Plus, enjoy 0% financing with no payments and no interest for 18 months. Spicer Brothers, turning homeowners' dreams into reality for over 20 years.
We're approaching 6:19 on this Tuesday morning, and here is our live look at Dover. Ooh, that is nice, Bob. That is nice. I finally got one of these. Usually Paige gets those spectacular sort of early pre-sunrise. Officially, we're just a couple minutes away, but getting a nice shot there of our capital area, Bob.
Matt, you're due for a beautiful sunrise video, live shot there. And, of course, sun's coming up here in about 3 minutes, and it's going to be a beauty out there today. Yesterday, it was a taste of summer. We had mid-80s. We tied a record. We had some afternoon and evening storms. And today, it's much cooler behind the front, but still above average. Average high is 67. I'm expecting 71 today, so about 15 degrees cooler than yesterday. And then upper 60s Wednesday and Thursday, mid 60s Friday. So temperatures do settle back closer to average as we go through the week into the weekend. Saturday around 68. Here's temperatures right now. They continue to fall behind a front. 56 Ocean Pines, the same for Salisbury, 57 Georgetown, Milton 56. So make sure you have that jacket out the door. The wind's not especially strong. They backed off. We kicked up some dust a couple hours ago as that front came through. Gusty winds, but the winds out of the northeast, but they are lightening up. Earlier we had gusts over 20 in Ocean City, but you can see the gusts have come down quite a bit as well as we're clearing out the skies. The cold front is settling to the south. For some reason, I've lost my fronts on my map, but we've got a cold front basically through here, high pressure farther to the north here, and clear skies ensures a nice day for us with much drier air. But then the clouds are lurking not too far to our west of the Ohio Valley and showers across the plains. This system will bring rain for tomorrow. So we're looking at the clear skies this morning, 50s and 60s through the morning, and then by noon, mid 60s, Seaford back through Millsboro, but cooler 50s and 60s along the coast. So you'll need your jacket pretty much all day there, and a light coat inland with temperatures in the low 70s. And we're looking at cool conditions tonight, and with the clear skies by morning, we're into the upper 40s and lower 50s Wednesday morning, and then the clouds quickly increase tomorrow morning. And that system I was alluding to in the plains starts to move in, and we're looking at showers, maybe some heavier rain at times on Wednesday. Not expecting thunder or severe weather. I think the atmosphere is pretty stable, but we'll see cloudy skies, cooler conditions with the hit and miss showers as we go through your Wednesday. And Wednesday evening, still a chance of a few showers as those winds are northeast, and then they become more variable with time as we head into Wednesday. It looks like they're southerly, but not especially strong. And then the next few days, the models are having a hard time with weather systems, but I think we keep it kind of cloudy-ish with some showers Thursday, kind of cloudy Friday, but I think we keep it dry Friday, maybe a few showers Friday into Saturday, and it looks like it's drier on Sunday, but could be a lot of clouds and maybe more rain to our south by early next week. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, low 70s today. Then the rain Wednesday, upper 60s, lingering showers Thursday, 68. Gets pretty chilly at night, 49 by Friday morning, and then Friday 66. Saturday 68, looking good for the DSN Outdoors Expo, and then sharply cooler Sunday and Monday with lower 60s, overnight lows in the 40s.
Thank you, Bob. April is National Native Plant Month, and it lines up perfectly with the start of gardening season here on Delmarva. At the Inland Bays Garden Center, you can find native plants like eastern redbud, Virginia bluebells, highbush blueberry, blue-eyed grass, and many others. And these plants, they do play a vital role in maintaining the health of our local ecosystem.
There's native insects that evolved with different grasses and other different plants. And if those plants are not here because of the invasives taking over their property, then these insects cannot survive.
And if you'd like to add native plants to your garden, you can find a list of nurseries selling them on CoastTVnews.com.
Ocean City has officially released its plans for this year's Arbor Day celebration. The town, along with the Ocean City Beautification Committee, will be celebrating April 26th. That's at Ocean City Elementary School. Students will present songs and artwork to show the importance of trees in our environment. The mayor and the council will be joining them for a tree planting.
Up next, we have what you need to improve your home. This will be at a business expo in Sussex County this weekend. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
I'm a public school teacher. I know lots of people said, I can do that. Come and try it for a day.
A lot of our challenges are funding.
Teachers often go in their own pocket to make sure students have backpacks, pencils. David Trone, that's pushed for more public school funding and public school teachers.
And it's so great to have someone at the national level that's going to be on our side.
David Trone's always supported teachers. Now Maryland teachers have overwhelmingly endorsed David.
David would definitely get an A+.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
For a great shopping experience, Furniture Gallery is the place to pick up one-of-a-kind signature finds to complete your home decor. Come explore our selection of handcrafted furniture and get all the supplies you need for your own DIY projects. And through the doors is Shore Marketplace, where you'll find the most unique local shops at the beach. With over 40 local artisans, Shore Marketplace is truly a local connection you cannot afford to miss. And next door you'll find Scrub Apparel outlets. All this under one roof with easy access off Coastal Highway North.
Local landscapers, home improvement and cleaning service companies, caterers, party supply companies, and more. Their businesses are meeting at Cape Henlopen High School this weekend. The Spring into Summer Home Improving Expo aims to help with your warm weather projects. The event's organized by the Delaware Alliance of Latino Entrepreneurs and La Plaza, Delaware. This is all taking place 1 to 6 p.m. on Sunday.
Also, this weekend, there's a free health and service fair. It's coming to Milford. This will be held on Saturday, April 20th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Avenue Church on Church Street. Organizers say there will be free health clinics, free exercise demonstrations alongside food trucks. There will also be a kid zone.
Sounds fun. Hey, if you're looking up at the sky this week, you might see a bright flash of a fireball. The oldest known meteor shower, the Lyrids, is peaking. The best view from the northern hemisphere is going to be after the moon set and before dawn. NASA recommends find a dark area, then lay flat on your back with your feet facing east. In general, about 10 to 20 meteors can be seen per hour during the peak that's set for Saturday, but as many as 100 an hour have actually been recorded.
We bring back First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey, and we are excited about the upcoming DSN Outdoor Expo coming up this weekend. It'll have your fix on outdoor activities. Bob, I know you've been busy tracking the weather this weekend at the State Fairgrounds in Harrington.
Yeah, we have been, and you know, the weather models have been differing with clouds and showers and placement of everything. But I think for the most part, we're looking dry Friday and Saturday. And of course, the DSN Outdoors Expo kicks off Friday 4 to 8, and then Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now on Friday, 3 p.m., I'm thinking middle 60s. You need the windbreaker because we'll see a northeast wind and then falling through the 60s into the 50s for the evening. So you definitely need a windbreaker then. And then for Saturday, crossing fingers for a dry forecast, a mix of sun and clouds, 10 a.m., upper 50s, and then we're slowly warming through the 60s, upper 60s by 3 p.m. But with a gusty wind, still need the windbreaker and throw the umbrella in the back seat just in case we get a few showers, but it shouldn't be a washout. I'll have much more on your forecast heading into the weekend coming up in a couple of minutes.
Thank you. Also coming up after the break, there's going to be new noise in Lewis. We're telling you the new way businesses are allowed to attract customers after approval from city officials.
Also, Circle Crash Cause will tell you the new updates on what led to this intense crash at the Georgetown Circle.
And we have new information on the Key Bridge collapse, a fourth victim found, an investigation now open. All that and more after the break on CoastTV News today.
Accurate termite and pest control. Our professional pest management program includes year-round protection, 4 seasonal visits or more, and pest-free peace of mind. Locally owned and operated, Accurate Termite and Pest Control, on target since 1995.
Your mom has told me so many stories.
Ew. Things get spicy with Jaime Camille.
I'm making amends, so I just want to say I'm sorry for everything.
You haven't done anything to me.
Don't worry, it's coming.
New Lopez versus Lopez tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Gnome, Reese, Gum.
When Laverne Cox rules the game, don't get caught.
Fiance?
Cheating.
That gesture was out of line.
I saw that. Oh. God has a plan.
Password tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH First Spring into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
Turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. Plus, get free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. Call now.
Accurate termite and pest control. A new season is coming and so are the pests. They want in. Trust Accurate to keep them out year-round. Locally owned and operated, Accurate Termite and Pest Control, on target since 1995.
Now on CoastTV News.
We tied a record high Monday with highs in the mid-80s, but cooler weather is on the way. Some showers in the forecast, not a complete washout. I'll track it on a Futurecast coming up next.
Discovery and blame as another victim of the Key Bridge collapse found. There's a criminal investigation about to begin.
A Big Mac near the Broadkill. It could be in Milton. What an engineering firm representing McDonald's is expected to bring tonight in order to get that new restaurant built.
Enhancing outdoor experience, the latest in the effort to bring a little music to businesses located in downtown Lewis.
This is CoastTV News Today.
April 16th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
The time is 6:31 as we make our way. What is shaping up to be a really nice Tuesday?
Not bad at all. Maybe a light jacket as you head out the door this morning. Don't go too crazy. Don't wear your shorts and your tank tops, but
you know what I say, sun's out.
Guns out.
Yeah,
but maybe next time. Cool.
Bob and I were talking about this actually yesterday, off camera,
okay.
Mind you. But with 60-degree temperatures, that's coming up some point soon, and I'm still good with that.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
April. 60 degrees in April, we're
fine. Yeah.
60 degrees late June, different story.
Exactly.
But I'll take normal April weather.
Yeah. When Bob says it's cooling down and it's like 50s, 60s, fine.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
It's April.
Yeah, Bob, we're not even mad at you. We're happy. We're fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. And if it gets the Matt Pensick stamp of approval, I'm good with that. But no, it's good. We're cooling down, but we're still looking at above average temperatures. We had those mid-80s yesterday. Of course, this time of year, they're fleeting. So we're going to cool down, and it's really cooled down this morning behind a front. 56 Salisbury, 53 Bethany Beach, 57 in Georgetown, 55 in Milton, and feeling a little cooler with the wind. A couple of hours ago, that dust was kicking up with that front moving through. We had gusty winds then, but they're beginning to calm down. But the direction is still out of the north and east, and the winds will continue to calm down as we have a front that's pushing to the south. We're clearing out behind it. We do have high pressure to the north that is building in with drier air, so that will ensure a really nice day. So this morning you need the windbreaker and maybe that light jacket throughout the day, especially along the coast where you're staying in the 50s and your winds are coming off the ocean. So 50s and 60s for you, mid to upper 60s inland, and then lower 70s away from the coast later, and 50s and 60s along the coast. Riding the ferry, definitely need the heavier jacket. Winds will be lighter. That's good. Lots of sunshine, temperatures in the 50s, then into the low to maybe mid-60s by noon.
This morning, we have an update regarding one of the victims in the Key Bridge collapse. Authorities say the body of a fourth victim was discovered trapped inside a construction vehicle. It was earlier this month. The body of a third victim who also worked on the bridge was recovered. 2 other victims also recovered from a vehicle in the water. That was the day after the collapse. They were among 6 construction workers killed when the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed last month.
The FBI has opened a criminal investigation into the ship that hit the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore last month, causing it to collapse. And you can see that tragic moment when it happened here on your screen. According to a U.S. official, the agencies are looking into whether the crew of the Dolly failed to report an earlier issue that delayed its departure. Investigators are reportedly collecting data and reviewing events from onboard the Dolly in the moments before and after the crash and collapse. So far, the owner of the ship is not facing any requirements to help repay for repairs.
Happening tonight in Milton, the plan to build a McDonald's could take another step forward. You can see that proposed location for that on your screen. The proposed spot for that new fast food restaurant would be at 102 Broadkill Road. The company representing McDonald's, Bowler Engineering, will attempt to get the plans approved by the town's Planning and Zoning Commission.
It's been a lengthy process in the effort to bring the Big Mac to Milton. In 2022, McDonald's announced it was looking at Milton for a new restaurant. In early 2023, the town's Planning and Zoning Commission did not approve the site plans. They asked the company to address some concerns expressed by people living in the town. Approval would come 3 months later. This led to the need to have several agencies review the plans, including DelDOT. They signed off on the McDonald's last month. Bowler Engineering is armed with several approvals of entities in the effort to move this forward.
We're learning more about why this car drove into the Georgetown Circle over the weekend. The Georgetown Police Department says speed was indeed a factor. The gray Lincoln was driving West Market Street around 12:30 Sunday morning, and police say the driver didn't slow down. They didn't try to stop and continued straight into the circle, striking a curb and then going airborne. The car hit a street sign and then landed on a fire hydrant. Police say the driver, 50-year-old Daniel J. Tansky of Millsboro, was taken to the hospital for injuries before being charged with reckless driving, malicious mischief by a motor vehicle, and unreasonable speed. Then, according to the police department, the cost for repairs in town property, that's all pending assessment of damages.
You might be hearing some new grooves in downtown Lewis as a new ordinance allowing ambient outdoor music got the nod from City Council.
Not everyone's playing along with the tune, however. CoastTV's Charles Reinert shows us the new rules and why some hope this will indeed help business owners.
Right now, the stroll through downtown Lewis is a quiet one. But local businesses have the option to change that. City Council passed an ordinance that would allow for restaurants and breweries to play soft, ambient music on their outdoor decks or patios, as long as they follow some rules. The music can only be played between 11:30 in the morning and 9:30 at night. Furthermore, the music cannot be louder than 65 decibels. That's about as loud as a normal conversation, according to Yale. Per the ordinance, the goal is to help local restaurants to attract more customers. But Pamela Weller, who lives right by downtown, fears the extra noise will be nothing but a disturbance.
I don't really understand why we need outside music. Frankly, I'm kind of annoyed by inside music sometimes if it gets too loud. I'd say, if you want music, go out where the hammock restaurant is, or someplace where there's, there aren't houses around, right in the middle of town.
On the other hand, Michelle Buckler, who owns Sand & Stone Jewelry downtown, thinks anything to help local business is a good thing.
Depending on what type of music that they choose, but I think elevator music kind of stuff, absolutely. I think it would be an asset.
Businesses would have to get a permit to strike up the band. And now this debate in the first town has hit its crescendo.
According to Lewis City Council, this ordinance is on a 3-year trial, so it will sunset in 2027. But if the council sees fit, it could vote to extend it once the trial period is complete. I'm Charles Reinert in Lewis, CoastTV News.
Donald Trump's historic criminal trial got underway in New York Monday. Trump, the first former president to stand trial on criminal charges. The charges relate to Trump's first run for president back in 2016. Prosecutors allege he took part in a scheme to suppress scandalous stories about him in the run-up to Election Day. Trump is required to be present for the entire trial, which could last as long as 8 weeks. He's pled not guilty to 34 counts of falsifying business records.
More news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up, new hunting requirements on Delmarva. We're telling you what you need to know as you try to tackle the turkeys.
Also, border battle. It was a boys' high school lacrosse matchup between Sussex Academy and James M. Bennett. The scoring outburst at the end of the first half that helped determine the outcome. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Give your backyard a cozy enhancement with Patio Systems in Lewis, Delaware. Integrity is the pillar of our craft, with quality craftsmanship to transform your yard or deck into a custom oasis, providing you comfort all year round. Take control of the elements with the Shore's best selection of pergolas, retractable awnings, screen and glass enclosures, and a wide selection of modern decking and railing systems personalized your way. For exceptional workmanship at reasonable prices, contact Patio Systems, your backyard living specialist. Locally owned and operated since 2001.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable power plant, smart pressure sensor, and custom nozzles. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Get your complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for just $79.99 and get free shipping. Plus, we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
Prepare for an adrenaline rush like never before. Delmarva Sports Network is your destination for all the heart-pounding action of spring sports. From breathtaking strikeouts to awe-inspiring goals. Dive into the world of baseball, softball, boys and girls lacrosse, and girls soccer. DSN, where hometown heroes transform into legends and where champions are forged. Don't miss a single moment of unforgettable action. Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
Hello, what's funky, fun, and fabulous? The Pottery Place in Fenwick Island. Explore over 12,000 square feet of fabulous finds, from furniture to gifts, home decor, art, pottery, housewares, and more. New pieces arrive weekly, hand-selected for the ultimate unique shopping experience. Looking for something extra special? Special orders and free local delivery is available.
We have everything under the sun.
There's something for everyone. The Pottery Place in Fenwick Island, Delaware. A family tradition for over 50 years.
6:40 on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Just some clouds in the distance on our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam and Laurel. Lots of sunshine. It is cool behind a cold front, but it is clearing out, and we've got clear skies across Delmarva and high pressure to the north, and clear skies there ensures a nice sunny day. We've got temperatures in the 50s, 56 Salisbury, 57 in Millsboro, Ocean Pines 55, and Bethany Beach right now at 53. And winds are light, and here is today's checklist. You don't need the umbrella or raincoat, that's nice, but make sure you have a windbreaker, sunscreen, and stay hydrated, and have the sunglasses as well. And there's another look at the satellite picture showing the clearing skies. Much more on your forecast, including some showers on the way coming up in just a few minutes.
Well, Delmarva Power is upgrading its energy infrastructure. The power company says upgrades will help stop power outages or at least shorten them. Projects include rebuilding nearly 6 miles of power lines in the Ellendale, Lincoln, Milford, and Milton areas and constructing a new 5-mile line. This line will provide backup electrical feeds for Ellendale and Milton. Construction will take place along Old State Road, Route 16, and Mulberry Street in Milton, and this will start later this spring. It's supposed to be finished by early 2025.
Here's a quick update from DenRec for turkey hunting season. Right now, you can hunt turkeys using 4, 5, or 6 shot sizes. If you want to use 7 or 7.5, make sure it's mixed with one of the larger sizes in your shell. DenRec says there's a new proposal that might allow using smaller shots beginning in 2025. That's due to new technology that keeps hunting safe and fair.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
A cross-conference lacrosse battle yesterday between Sussex Academy and James M. Bennett. Both squads near the 500 mark midway through the season. First quarter of action, Bennett up 1-0. Miles Jarman puts on the afterburners, ducks by a defender, and fires one home to make it 2-0 Clippers. Less than 3 to go in the quarter, still 2-0. Michael Hoffert behind the net, quick pass inside to Gideon Salmons, who buries it. That puts the Seahawks on the board. Seconds ticking away in the first. Casey McLaughlin set up for JMB, and he spots a flying Hunter right, and in the blink of an eye, it's 3-1. Opening minute of the second, Sussex trying to quickly get that last goal back. They get a good look here from Carter Nimsick, but David Nelson with some quick hands in the net to block it away for the save. 4-1 Clippers. Seahawks get the win off the faceoff. It's Jack Mazaris speeding through the defensive zone, finds Salmons, quickly fires it in. Big response to cut the lead in half. 5 minutes left in the half. Bennett back in on attack. It's Jarman to right, then to a streaking Grayson Adkins, and he bounces it home. It's 5-2. Less than 30 seconds left in the third. Caden Stevens hustling, has his shot blocked, but it goes right to right, and he snipes one through. That makes it 8-2 going into halftime. Then for good measure, it's Jarman kicking off the third quarter in style, puts on a nice deke move to get some open space, and then the crossbody shot goes in. The Clippers pick up the 15-3 win. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
And this weekend, join the Delmarva Sports Network at the Delaware State Fairgrounds for the DSN Outdoors Expo. Both indoor and outdoor vendors will be on site in the Dover Building, Kent and Schauberger Pavilions, and camping area. They're going to showcase everything outdoor. Boats, RVs, hot tubs, folks. Hot tubs. Hunting, fishing, so much more. The DSN Outdoors Expo runs April 19th through the 20th. University of Iowa superstar Caitlin Clark, the #1 overall pick in this year's WNBA draft. Who had that? I think everybody did. The Indiana Fever selected Clark during Monday night. The draft was held at the Brooklyn Academy of Music in New York City. Clark is college basketball's all-time leading scorer. She is a two-time National Player of the Year, and Clark will play in her first preseason game with the Fever. That's on May 3rd against the Dallas Wings.
Here's what's coming up today at 4 on Coast Life. Hope you're hungry because we're teaching you how to make spring vegetables to impress your dinner guests. And taking care of your loved ones, we're talking about elder care options, both in and out of the home. All that and more today at 4 on Coast Life.
Looking forward to that. We're seeing a lot of sunshine this morning on our Tidal Health Cam at Seaford. Beautiful day, but we've got more showers in the forecast. More on that coming up. And make sure you check out the CoastTV First Alert weather line. Pick up the phone, call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by Baird, Dallas, Brockstead, and Federico. Your complete forecast in 2 minutes.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Honesty, integrity, bravery. Here is what we can face together.
Incoming.
Let's go.
I've had this policy of not mixing my work and romantic life until now.
I have no doubts you will make a great leader.
It's like you said, Chief. Change is inevitable. I'm no good without the job. You know that.
You've got the team. I've got you.
Chicago Wednesday, new on NBC and Peacock.
Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
At Coastal Comfort, we know there's no place like home. That's why we're committed to ensuring total comfort for a totally happy home. As a premier Carrier factory authorized dealer, we're dedicated to providing reliable service and the best savings. Like now, through the end of May, with purchase of a qualified Carrier system, you can instantly receive up to $1,900 off. You could also qualify for up to $2,000 in federal tax credit. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
It is 6:47 on your Tuesday. Let's take a live look right now at Rehoboth Beach. Sun coming up over the beach there, Bob. I am surprised. Sorry, I'm looking at the monitor, looking away. There's a dog, but I'm surprised there's not too many people. I would be out and about if I could right now.
I would be too. You know, the winds aren't too bad, the skies are blue, and the sun's coming up, and it will be a beautiful day. Granted, it won't be mid-80s like we saw yesterday, but it will be a little cooler out there, and it's still pretty nice. Our 5-day temperature trend average high now is 67. I think we're looking at right around 71 today, and then we settle back closer to average Wednesday right through Friday into the weekend. So temperatures hovering in the mid to upper 60s as the clouds increase, and some better rain chances on the way. But temperatures out the door, they continue to slide down a little bit because we're behind a cold front, and it's bringing in some cooler air. 53 in Bethany Beach, Rehoboth 57, 57 in Georgetown, and 54 in Delmar, and feeling a little cooler with the wind that was pretty brisk about 3 hours ago, kicking up the dust as that cold front came through. But now it's relaxing a little bit. In fact, some places are calm. In other cases, just a light northeast wind right now as we're seeing the skies clearing out, and we have a cold front pressing to the south. Still some clouds across some of the parts of Delmar, but thicker clouds to the west. We've got high pressure to the north, and we're looking at dry air for today. But back to the west, we're watching storminess through the plains down into the south near Texas, and this mess of clouds and rain will be headed our way for tomorrow. But a beautiful day today, so enjoy as we warm from the 50s into the 60s late morning. By noon, around 66 in Millsboro, Ellendale 66, but cooler 50s and 60s along the coast. So you'll need the heavier jacket it there, but inland 73, Salisbury, Georgetown, and Millsboro 71, and 50s and 60s along the coast, so it will be cooler there. And as we go into this evening, we'll see light winds and clear skies, and it still gets chilly this time of year, lower 50s around midnight, and then by tomorrow morning, might be clicking on the heat in some places with upper 40s inland, lower 50s elsewhere. Then the clouds increase in that system I was just talking about. We thicken up the clouds and we see some showers into the afternoon, maybe some heavier rain, not expecting anything in the way of thunderstorms or severe weather. I think we're looking at a stable atmosphere, but it will be a little cooler and kind of cloudy into Wednesday evening with more of those showers, and those showers linger into Wednesday night. And we'll see the winds go northeast to southeast today and much, much lighter. That's good because it seems like it's been a very windy spring. I mean, we're looking at some more light winds as we go into tomorrow. And then in the days to come, I think we keep it kind of murky with clouds, and we've got some fronts and areas of low pressure nearby, so we could see some showers into Thursday. Friday's drier, maybe some showers early Saturday, but then I think we start to dry it out for the rest of the weekend. Maybe a system passing to our south early next week. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Mostly sunny today, 71, but then no more 70s after today. We're into the mid to upper 60s Wednesday through Friday. Rain chances Wednesday, lingering into Thursday. Drier Friday, 68 Saturday, but lower 60s Sunday and Monday. And by the weekend, lows into the 40s.
Not too bad, Bob. Thank you. Yes, there we go. Not too bad, Bob. Getting tongue-tied with all the B's. All right, you guys, heads up. There's going to be increased police presence across Delaware this month. The Office of Highway Safety partnering with local and state departments to conduct a high visibility enforcement. The occasion? Well, it's National Distracted Driving Awareness Month. The office says driving when you're distracted or even tired, some of the leading factors of deadly crashes in 2024. So they're reminding you, finish that text or that phone call before you start driving, or pull over if you have to.
Bethany Beach appoints a new police chief. The town council unanimously appointed Sergeant Patrick Foley as chief. Foley has been acting as the town's officer in charge since January. That after former police chief Michael Redmond and his subordinate Captain Darren Cathell were fired after allegations of misusing overtime funds, and Redmond pleaded guilty to a DUI that was a separate incident. Foley has been with the Bethany Beach Police Department since 2006.
Now 6:51 this morning, time to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day, this black and white cat who lives for relaxing days in the sun. Moo, black and white, Moo. He lives in Lewis with his family and brother Simon. Moo is a simple cat who loves sitting on laps and his Greenies toys. Moo was submitted to us by Carol.
Sounds good. Moo, you're so cute. Look at that close-up. He's like, did you wake me up from my nap, Carol? What are you doing? We want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos. Tell us what makes them so special.
Yeah, you got that QR code at the top of your screen. That way you can submit your furry friends to Coast TV News, and then you can watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets we feature.
With a name like Moo, shouldn't it be like a cow sound effect there? Like, moo. Beautiful sunrise. Wow, look at that shot, Rojo. But beautiful sunshine. Have the sunscreen handy today. It's going to cool down. We've got some showers in the forecast. Nothing all that heavy, not a washout. Not a bad weekend. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Your Ford dealer presents America's all-time best-selling SUV, Ford Explorer. Bronco Sport with superb off-road ability. The fun, fuel-efficient Ford Escape. Want more? Visit your local Ford dealer. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months on select Ford SUVs. But hurry, this offer won't last long.
Solar is a legacy you will pass on to future generations. So choose a local company with the skills and expertise to do it right. Sunrise Solar is your complete solar energy solution, offering interactive systems for farming and industrial. The Sunrise team has the knowledge, training, and certifications necessary to build the best solar unit for your needs. With a 25-year panel production warranty. Call Call today about financing and low monthly payments. Sunrise Solar, powering your future. In 2019, two visionaries banded together behind a restaurant to create the ultimate pizza, starting from scratch, just like our dough. At the Dough Bar, everything is a season for a reason. From our gourmet specialty pizzas to our signature sandwiches and mouth-watering entrees, we use high-quality ingredients for a freshness you'll crave. Enjoy our specialty cocktails with 16 craft brews on tap, or toast your own s'mores tableside by the water. Order online or visit the Dough Bar, Milton, Delaware's hidden gem.
Whether it's your first time betting or you've been gambling for years, have a plan and know the game. Be aware of the rules and odds before you gamble. Set a budget and never gamble with money you can't afford to lose. Take a break and consider teaming up with trusted friends to help you stick to your budget. Remember, if you or a loved one has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org for free confidential services.
It is 6:54. It's time now for some things you need to know before you go. There's an update regarding one of the victims in the Key Bridge collapse. Authorities now saying the body of a fourth victim was discovered trapped inside a construction vehicle. Earlier this month, the body of another victim also working on the bridge was recovered. Two other victims also recovered from a vehicle in the water the day after that collapse. They were among 6 construction workers killed when the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed last month.
FBI has opened a criminal investigation into the ship that hit the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore last month, causing it to collapse. According to a U.S. official, the agencies are looking into whether the crew of the Dolly failed to report an earlier issue that delayed its departure. Investigators are reportedly collecting data and reviewing events from onboard the Dolly in the moments before and after the crash and collapse.
Vacationers could have a higher hotel bill when they go to Maryland coast this summer. A bill passed by the General Assembly in Annapolis would give Eastern Shore counties the authority to raise hotel tax from 5% to 6%. It still needs to be signed by Governor Wes Moore before the hotel tax increase takes effect July 1st of this year. Check this out. Scientists have discovered a new species of kangaroos that lived up to 5 million years ago.
Yeah, well, look at that. That's according to research from South Australia's Flinders University. They published it Monday in the journal Mexitaxa.
Cool. Paleontologists discovered several complete fossil skeletons while they were working in southern Australia. Most of the kangaroos would have looked similar to those we see today, but they would have been more stout and more muscular.
The kangaroos likely moved in large groups known as mobs, and they were able to survive in a broad range of habitats.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
All right, 6:56 now. Time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
You got one final check with First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahi.
Yeah, guys. As we're looking at slightly cooler weather today, we had the mid-80s yesterday. We tied a record. We had those late-day storms, but we cleared out today. A few clouds this morning. Make sure you have your windbreaker. We're looking at temperatures in the 50s and then warming into the 60s. I think we get into full sunshine. Lower 70s inland this afternoon and a little cooler at the beaches. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast, and not as wet as previously thought. Now, moving into Wednesday, I'm thinking it's going to be cloudy, some sporadic showers. 67. Took the thunder out. Some lingering showers on Thursday, 68. And hopefully keeping it dry Friday and Saturday for the DSN Outdoors Expo. 66 Friday, 68 Saturday. Then it turns pretty cool for the second half of the weekend, lower 60s, and then a slow rise through the 60s and keeping it mainly dry into next week and overnight lows in the 40s and 50s.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. And thank you all for joining us on Coast TV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
And of course, we'll be back with Coast TV News midday. That's at 11, so stick around.
And don't forget to download our Coast TV News and weather apps. Have a great Tuesday, everybody.